name is Maureen Amakabane. I run a business called Beyond Colors, and basically Beyond Colors offers solutions to medium startups that are owned by women and youth. And I also found an organization called Usafi Sanitation. Basically, our vision is to bridge the gap of sanitation, primarily in schools. Business allows me to really find solutions and innovate around problems that I've identified. I think that's for me what's really, really fulfilling. And then of course, the fact that I can manage my own time, I can balance work and home, and basically just interacting with people. So for the sanitation business, actually, I've set it up 3 times. This is the 3rd time I'm setting it up. And it's been quite a journey. It's been a roller coaster of emotions and really pursuit for vision. And it's really been, I would say each business has achieved its own milestones. My first main difficulty that I can really think top of head is partnerships, because I've not been lucky in terms of identifying partners who I have worked with for a very, very long time. And it has I have been exposed to a situation where I'm a visionary of a business. I have the idea, and once you bring in a partner to bring in money and they see the opportunity from a monetary standpoint, you lose the vision, and you really realize that you don't have the common intention for running the business. So one, the investor who puts in the money is driven by profits, and I'm driven by passion. And this has seen me really exit three businesses in a nutshell. And I had to really walk away, especially as the vision bearer. That's painful. The other challenges really would be access to capital to scale up. Because most of the time, by the time I'm starting the businesses, I really have everything sorted out. And maybe you've piloted, the product is well received in the market. And the ability to just access capital to scale up. So for example, I need, for one of my businesses, I need an average of 20 million. Where am I going to get 20 million from, for example? And I'd already gone through the cycle of bringing in investors, and that didn't work for me. I think the other challenge really would be balancing work, home. I'm a single mother. You have responsibilities. The paycheck needs to come home. You need to pay your bills. So I would look at it from that as a challenge, but not really something that would stop anybody from running a business. So even as we speak, I'm still very, very broke. I'm living hand to mouth, you know? And I mean, because at some point something has to give. So when the income comes in, it goes back to the business, and then now whatever remains is what is given back to my personal needs. Running a business can be stressful, and the stress can vary. It can vary from the worries of, is it going to be successful? For me, at times I worry a lot about, am I really going to expose myself again to the risks that I had previously exposed myself to? I worry about, will this really, really work out eventually? And of course, I really worry about my well-being. So of course, before I went into business, I was employed, and actually employed in the corporate space. I was on a comfortable job. I had a comfortable paycheck. And one day I just woke up in the morning and I decided, you know what? Let me give a hand in business. Fortunately, I had been doing this as a side job. So when I got really uncomfortable at the place of work, I decided, let me put my energy in this. And I had some savings, I had some money that had accumulated over time. So when I started initially, it wasn't that hard. But then after month 1, month 2, month 3, you realize the money from the business element is not coming in as it should be coming in. You have to start changing your lifestyle. So from a relationship standpoint, how has business affected my relationships? With family, I think my mom is very supportive. And I think when you start a business, you need to have that one person. It could be your mother, it could be your friend, it could be and then also I have a set of friends who've really been very, very supportive. when you start your business, your circle kind of automatically becomes lean, because you can't afford to go out every Friday like you used to. You can't afford to hang out in social places like you used to. You can't afford to appear in some social places like you used to. So you just kind of start having a very lean friend pack, which I mean is good. So I wouldn't really say it's affected my friendship negatively, but I think some people have naturally just fallen off, which is fine. So there's this perception, I'm not so sure it came from, the perception that entrepreneurship is really posh and it's really nice and it's glorified in a nutshell. And it's a very dangerous narrative because a lot of us enter into this space thinking that it's an avenue for richness. And I think there's been so many articles saying you cannot be rich if you're not employed. I think that narrative needs to be unlearned because it is a journey. It's taken me 6 years in business and I'm not yet there. So basically how I really care for my mental well-being is, like I said, I have over the years developed a set of lean friends whom I really speak to and they know. And then of course I go out, I deliberately go out and meet entrepreneurs and we have honest conversations. Okay. So my word of advice for people who want to go into enterprise in terms of how do you safeguard your well-being, if you want to go into that space or if you're in that space, is to really, number one, have a clear vision. I think a vision gives you a sense of clarity and where you're going. So have a clarity of vision. For people who are employed and they desire to come into enterprise, my advice to them, which is something I wish I knew before, was start doing it when you at least have that stable job.